So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to part 2 of my community team of the season predictions. If you want to improve your ultimate team and need some coins to do so, you should check out my sponsor IG Vault. There's a link to do so in the description, and if you use the code Kieran, you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. So yesterday I did of course post my first set of team of the season predictions, and in this video today we're just going to follow on from that. Because the community team season / most consistent team season is normally so big, in previous years we've seen a shortlist of about 100 players, and that's why I'm doing a second video. Now in yesterday's in particular, we focused on players who hadn't had any performance-based special items in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team, and we did that because that's how it used to work. Now in last year's Ultimate Team, for team of the season so far, EA actually allowed for one performance-based special item, and in this video today we are going to allow players who have had said performance-based item to be included in the predictions. I hope that made sense, and if it doesn't, go watch yesterday's video because I explained it a bit better there. Anyway, as per usual, if you could leave a like rating on the video, that'd be very much appreciated, and don't forget to be active in the comments too. Let me know who you think could be picking up a blue card in the very near future. Once again, I want to reiterate the point from yesterday. Ignore the stats that you see in this video. I've literally given out generic updates, and I really hope that EA boost them a lot more than I have. Enjoy. So let's kick things off in this video by talking about a couple of Chelsea players. Now I don't think both of these are going to get in, but I think one of them may have a good shot. Let's start by talking about Kurt Zouma, who has actually scored his fair share of goals this year in the Premier League. But it's not just goal scoring, he's also been pretty solid at the back for Chelsea, who have only conceded 31 goals this year, which is a decent defensive record considering they've played pretty much 30 plus games. Also, it's worth noting Chelsea have got the second most clean sheets in the Premier League with 15, and with that in mind, it's also worth mentioning Mendy, who has kept 14 of them 15 clean sheets. So I do believe one of these two has a good shot at making it into at least the shortlist. And let's be honest, if a Premier League player gets into the shortlist, they're more than likely going to get into the final team, just because that's what the community will vote for. We have another Premier League player following on. We've got Dominic CalvertLewin, who potentially could actually make the Premier League team of the season instead, but we're going to throw him into here as well. 14 goals in the Premier League so far for him. He obviously got off to a ridiculously good start when Everton were firing at the beginning of the season. Since then, they've kind of, just cooled off a bit, and ultimately have not really finished, or not looking to finish as high as everyone initially thought, but they still should rank fairly highly come the end of the year. But as I said, Calvert-Lewin with plenty of goals definitely could make it, especially if EA are a bit more lenient this year like they were last year and do allow for one performance-based card, because obviously Calvert-Lewin does have that Player of the Month item. Donnarumma is up next. Now obviously he does have that record breaker item in the game, but hopefully that won't go against him. He's currently got the second most clean sheets in the Serie A with 9, and in general has had a pretty solid season, so maybe he could be one of the goalkeeper options. Benfica's Rafa is up next. Now ignore the fact that I've made him a left wing. I forgot to change his base position. He'll probably be the right-sided winger if he does get selected. He's had a decent season for Benfica. Has he had an amazing one? No, but he's had a good one, and he's been a relatively consistent performer, and that's ultimately what this team of the season is all about. It's literally called Team of the Season, well, it's now called the Community Team of the Season, but it used to be called Team of the Season Most Consistent, so I think he's in with a shout. As we all well know, EA do love to throw RB Leipzig players into promos, and in yesterday's I spoke about Willy Orban, but if he doesn't get in, I think another option, another good one from Leipzig is Sabitzer, who has had another pretty good season for his side. He actually got a Team of Season item in FIFA 20, and it was really, really nice, so wouldn't mind a card like that again. Now, Paul Sabitzer does probably have the title of having the worst SBC in FIFA 21 in terms of value, because although his Team of the Year honourable mention card was good, the SBC cost was just ridiculous at the time. So yeah, hopefully if he does get this item, I just hope it's a good card. Hopefully it's an upgrade versus that Team of the Year, and I guarantee you it doesn't go for as near as much as that SBC cost back when it was released. Now we move over to the Turkish Super League, where we have Sakir, whose name hopefully I'm getting right, essentially joint most clean sheets in that division, and also just has had a very good season overall. If he doesn't actually get into this community team of the season side, I think he will get into the Turkish League or Rest of the World team of the season, and when eventually that does release, because as I say, he's had a good year and has been on the shortlist for a team of the week in form numerous times. I think Philipp Max is also a very viable option for this promo. 5 goals and 7 assists for him so far. Obviously does have that Foundations card in the game though, so that maybe could go against him if EA don't want to include players who've already got special cards. But since that wasn't a performance-based item, I don't see why that would actually go against him. So hopefully this one happens, because could potentially be a really stacked item, because this guy's got some pretty good attacking stats. So he could actually make for not just a good left back, but also a good left mid as well. Stade de Reims forward, Boulaya Dia could maybe get in. He's another player who actually had a really good start to the season. He does currently have 1 inform in the game, and in my opinion should have had more, and potentially should have been in line for a headliner's item, but sadly he didn't get it. But he has scored plenty of goals this season for his side, and ultimately is one of the top goal scorers in that league with 14 goals. So in with a shout, that is for sure. Malinovsky is another one of them players who's had a really good season. Very solid for Atalanta this year. 3 goals and 8 assists for him in the Serie A, which really isn't bad, especially considering how many different roles he's actually played for his side this year. He's played left mid, right mid, CDM, cam and centre mid, so the guy gets moved around a lot, and that could really be well reflected in the item that he potentially could get. It could be a really nice, well-rounded item should he get into the team of the season, and as I say, he should, because he's actually done really well, and his side are currently sat in 4th in the league table, and to be fair, they could finish upwards of 2nd. Like Milan and Juve are only a couple of points ahead, so who knows what will happen in these final few weeks. So yeah, we're going to go for this one. Obviously he does have an inform, but like I touched on at the start of the video, we are allowing at least 1 match end inform in this video, because that's what they did for last year's team of the season so far. Now, I actually had a lot of requests for this next one. It is Barcelona's Pedri, who a lot of people, including myself, believe should have had a Future Stars item earlier in the game cycle. Unfortunately, though, he didn't get in, but he very well could be in line for a Team of the Season item. He's obviously broke through this year and become pretty much regular for the Barcelona team. He's got 30 appearances in La Liga this season, which is pretty mad, and he's 18. He's 18, which is just crazy. 2 goals and 3 assists for him. Not crazy numbers, but obviously he is a midfielder. And as I say, he's done quite well, so maybe could get in. Nikolai Stanchu is another player who definitely should be considered. He has picked up many goals and many assists so far this year. He's currently on 10 goals, which is pretty crazy for a midfielder, and that's just in his own domestic league. He's also got numerous goals and assists in the Europa League as well. 3 goals and 3 assists, which is really impressive. So definitely looking like he's going to get a Team of the Season item. Will it be in the community one, or will it be in the rest of world one? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Following on from him, we have a right back from Wolfsburg, Baku, who has really done well in the Bundesliga this year. Wolfsburg currently sitting in 3rd spot, and this defender has somehow chipped in with a total of 10 goal contributions, 6 goals and 4 assists, which is pretty crazy for a right back, and in general he's actually been really solid as well. So yeah, Wolfsburg have actually conceded 26 goals this year, which is actually lower than Bayern Munich's, which is obviously very impressive, with Bayern Munich pretty much being the gold standard in that league. So yeah, they definitely deserve a player in, and hopefully it's this guy, because he would make for a really good Bundesliga right back option. I thought I'd throw in another Rangers suggestion, because obviously they've had the most ridiculous of seasons, currently unbeaten, and have ran away with the league ultimately. Alan McGregor's had a ridiculously good year between the sticks and has not picked up an inform at all, so definitely is a worthy option. Like I said in yesterday's video though, there are just so many different options from Rangers. The left back I think is in with a good shout, and there's a bunch of others too. Goldson, another one worth mentioning. Monaco's Chilean defender Maripan has had a very good year, and he's another one who potentially could have had multiple informs. Does only have 1 though, which kind of seems sad, but that actually might benefit him when it comes to this Team of the Season selection. Paul Onuachu is absolutely killing it in the Belgian Pro League. 27 goals so far this season in 32 games, which is, yeah, pretty crazy numbers. So he'll definitely be getting a Team of the Season item, like I've said for numerous other players in this video, could be all the way in the rest of the world slash other leagues team of the season later in the promo, but also could be a candidate for the community one. He's only had one inform this year, which is very, very surprising. He's another one that could have had multiple informs this year, and he's unlucky not to. Now, I mentioned yesterday what a great season West Ham are having, and in yesterday's video we actually spoke about Declan Rice, and I still believe he is a more viable candidate to be selected from West Ham, and probably is going to be the one picked by EA. But if he doesn't get in, I think Cresswell is another good option worth mentioning. Now, this next one's pretty interesting because we'll find out if it's a possibility literally tomorrow, because this guy is a favourite to get in the upcoming Team of the Week. So if he doesn't get an inform tomorrow, I think it's confirmed that he's going to be on the Team of the Season shortlist. He's got the most clean sheets in the Russian league with 12, and that's like 3 clean sheets ahead of anyone in second and third. So he's clearly having a very solid year between the sticks. And as I say, if he's not in the upcoming Team of the Week, I think that's because he's been shortlisted to get a blue. Now, we usually do get a player or two from the MLS in this, but obviously it's not based off the upcoming season, it's off the previous year, just because of how the MLS is structured. And their latest season obviously finished much later in the year. It finished in December with Columbus beating Seattle. Anyway, we've got a couple of options right here. We've got Zardes and we also have Rossi, both actually contributed directly to 20 goals each, which is pretty crazy. So I feel like one of them two could get in. Maybe both of them will make the shortlist, who knows. The Italian Code is up next, and for whatever reason, I swear he had a Team of the Season card in the past, but apparently not. Should definitely get one in the coming week or month though, because he has had a pretty insane season in the Serie B. 28 direct goal contributions, which is pretty crazy, and 21 of those are goals too. Jamie McLaren could be on his way to a pretty nice looking item. 19 goals and assists for him so far in the A-League, and this potentially could actually be a really good super sub item. The Argentinian Guanca could maybe get in. 19 goals and assists for him so far in the Saudi Pro League. Did he have a team season card last year? I think it did. I think it was an SBC, but I might be wrong with that. Now, I've left this one to the end on purpose. We have a potential team of the season Lacazette. Now, straight up, obviously, most of you know, I'm an Arsenal fan. I do not think Lacazette deserves a Team of the Season item, but I've seen this bounced around a lot on Twitter. People are suggesting that maybe he'll get in because obviously he is one of the top goal scorers in the Premier League this year in terms of goals. He's currently ranked 7th with 13, which is respectable, but has he had a good season overall? Not really. Has he had a consistent season? No, not at all. And as I say, in my opinion, even as a pretty biased Arsenal fan, I don't think Lacazette deserves a blue card this year, unfortunately. I would love to be like, yeah, he definitely does, and I really want to see this card in the game, and I do want to see this card in the game, but would it be deserved? Honestly, I don't quite think so. And if any of you support Arsenal as well, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But as I say, I've just seen a lot of people mention this one on Twitter, so I thought I would give my thoughts on it. So guys, there you have it. That is my second set of predictions for the community / most consistent team of the season, which should be the first one that we see when team of the season does indeed drop. Don't forget to check out the other video that I released as well, because if you think I'm missing a player in this video, it might actually feature in the other one. So be sure to check both videos out. And then once you've done that, feel free to come back, drop a comment on this one, and let me know who you think is going to be getting a blue in the next few weeks. Also, if you could leave a like rating on the video, that'd be great. And don't forget to subscribe, because as soon as team season starts, you can bet that I'll be uploading a lot. So be sure to stick around. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.